Boom. Balance Up TV. We're talking to real people about real things in real time. Well, apparently Trump wants to make the military all white. So it seems like the shift here is to remove any type of position that could potentially breed resistance to this big thing that they have going on, this white supremacy thing that they have going on. So now he's saying he wants the military all white. You know what I mean? They don't want anybody else in the military. So I can only guess and suppose that it would start with them wanting to do that with the military, and they would want to do that with all of the different agencies, right down to the police, which all of this is very, very dangerous. It's very dangerous, because he wants to weaponize the military as a white supremacist um, arm that he could use, you know what I mean, to possibly to enslave the people. You know what I'm saying? Because what other reason would you want to have an all white military if you don't have any ill intentions on doing something militarily to all the other peoples, all the other darker peoples, or whatever the case is, or have a all white military so that you can use them to bully and entrap and enslave, or you know what I mean. Like it's so much to that. You cannot take that lightly, because if he was able to do something like that, that would be devastating and dangerous. The military is already under his authority. You know what I mean? So he already has the ability to give certain orders. And but in the military oath, they do take an oath to not follow any instructions that are contrary to the Constitution, or that is oppressive to the people and things of that nature. The military do take an oath to not do that. However, you are going to have some that's going to follow his orders blindly, if it comes down to that. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a very dangerous, everything that he's doing is dangerous. Everything that he's doing is just dangerous. And this guy is on a crash course to crash America while enriching himself and his billionaire friends. And I'll tell you something else. These little white people, they better wake up too. You see what I mean? Because the oppression is coming down on you as well. You know what I mean? Again, like I always say, people are always okay with whatever's going on as long as it's hurting black people. You understand? But now that they're feeling it, they're all over the place. I mean, they're in the, you got a Democrat congressional members and House of Representatives and all that type of stuff. They're speaking out like crazy, all of them, white, black, Latino, whatever, because the stuff that this guy is doing is ridiculous. And, you have Elon Musk running the presidency, basically. And I just saw, oh gosh, man, I met the lady too. What's the I think she's a senator. Oh gosh, man, I got a brain freeze. But she ran for president too. A few years back. White lady. I think she ran I don't know if she ran when Obama ran. But anyway, forget about that. The other thing was the leader of the ICE thing, whatever his name is. Apparently, he told the Pope to go sit down somewhere, shut the fuck up or whatever. You understand? You clean up the Catholic house. Don't tell us about what we're doing over here, because the Pope had made a statement about the treatment of the immigrants and things of that nature. And the ICE guy said, listen here, don't worry about what we're doing over here, because you got a lot of cleaning up to do in your own house, which is true. which is true. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show you that these guys, like, they're not taking no talk from nobody. You know what I'm saying? They're full speed ahead with their agenda. They're trying to do everything in rapid succession, so you can't, to make it difficult to keep up with. You know, he didn't sign probably 100 orders or whatever the case. Like, he's doing, and he's only been in there, what? I don't even think it's been 30 days yet. You understand what I'm saying? But he's doing this and doing all. It's like throwing the whole system into chaos. Is what's happening right now. You understand? And it's I'm telling you, it's terrible. So he wants an all-white military, you know, under the guise that the whole DEI thing or whatever the case is, which never really benefited black people anyway, you know. However, you need certain things in place to keep people in check, to keep the system from just being totally and completely, well, totally and completely corrupt, I'll say, but the system is pretty much that anyway, but more corrupt than it already is. I'll put it that way. So yeah, Trump is boy, they're really oh, the lady's name is, I think her name is Senator Warren. Yeah, I think her name is Elizabeth Warren. Oh yeah, her and what's my girl name? The sister what is her name? See, I should know that. I should know that. I think it's Crockett. I think her name is Crockett. I believe she's either a senator or a delegate or something like that. But she's been very, very outspoken in, you know, in the Congress, on the Congress floor, and she's been speaking truth to power. Let me see something here. Crockett. I think she's a senator, but I could be wrong. Let me see, Senator Crockett. Okay, Crockett. Okay. Representative Crockett. Okay. Okay, Jasmine Crockett. Powerful, powerful sister there. She's a U.S. representative from the U.S. representative from Texas, 30th Congressional District since 2023. And she's a member of the Democratic Party. Jasmine Crockett, you know, have been speaking out. You know, like, she's a fire. She reminds me of Maxine Waters. You know, because Maxine Waters, she go in. You know, she was the best, one of the best that I ever seen do it, speaking truth to power. You know what I mean? You know, unfortunately, she was probably more ignored by the masses of the people, unless there was some major, major controversy that was in the news. But she was always in that congressional body, just ripping them and showing them the evil that they was doing. She was holding a mirror to their face. The Honorable Maxine Waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, she, so this sister here, so she was born in 81, so that makes her about, she's about 40, she's in her 40s, she's like 44 or something like that, so she's young. She's a young firebrand, Jasmine Crockett, Representative Jasmine Crockett. You know what I mean? But it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. We got to stay watchful and ever diligent, as we saw the other day in Cincinnati. The Nazis came out and reared their ugly heads. Fortunately, the brothers and sisters was able to run them up out of there, take their flags from them, burn their flags and all of that, and run them out of that area. You understand? But, you know, they're doing their little testing grounds. They're going to be popping up in different places, and they're going to be doing things too. So we got to be careful and got to be mindful, because right now, many of them, they just can't wait to test the waters, you know, under this racist, fascist, Nazi regime. You know, with the lunatic at the head of the whole thing. You know, and also the white farmers, you know, the ones that own the farms and this, that, and the third, the white businessmen that own the construction companies and so on and so forth. They're all crying out. You see what I mean? They're all crying out, and a lot of the MAGA people are saying, "Well, we didn't vote for this. We didn't think it was going to hurt us. We didn't, you know, this, that, and the third." That's they, you know, even they are turning against him very quickly because they see how this is hurting them. If you don't have nobody to work construction, don't have nobody to work the farms for the food supply, things of that nature, you go out of business. You know what I mean? Which is devastating to the economy. It's devastating to uh, the families who depended on that income and things of that nature. You know, so everything that he's doing is disruptive in a negative way um, to the way things were. And just to let you know, people, a tariff is just another word for tax. That's all it is, right? But you do have to understand this. You see, we pay the tariffs. We pay the tax. So it sounds good because they always playing with semantics. They always playing with words. So while some people was like, yeah, get tough on them, charge them that tariff, and you know, strengthen the you know the American economy by taxing all of these other people around the world. But the companies that they put the tariffs on, I mean, the countries that the tariffs are put on, they do not foot the bill. We, as business owners and consumers in America, are the ones that pay the tariffs. You know what I mean? So if they put a $25 tariff on every pair of shoes, for instance, that 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 $25 more that has to be paid, it comes from the it's paid by the American taxpayer, the American consumer, and the American business people. So the taxes, the tariffs is going to hurt the businesses as well because the businesses will have to pay more for the merchandise and products, and therefore the businesses will have to charge more to the consumer for the products and things of that nature. So tariffs is not a good thing. You know what I mean? In the context and you know of how he's presenting it as if they're, you know, ooh, the big scary tariffs is gonna, you know, uh, make these other nations pay their fair share. No, it's gonna cause more sufferation on we the people. That is the reality. So everything that he does is just he tried to create you know, nothing but this smoke screen and big illusion. And supposedly he wasn't supposedly for the billionaire class and the da da da, but he's in that class. So how he not going to be for his own class? But supposedly he was supposed to here to help the small people. And these factories and things that he's talking about building, um, it's everything he talks about is just it's not practical. You know, he talking about bringing certain um, jobs back to to America and this, that, and the third. Um, None of these things are practical. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go and just try to put up a bunch of warehouses all of a sudden. It's just not practical. And then another thing is he wants to be able to send American prisoners to Ecuador. So say you have a drug charge, you have murder, you have it's supposedly for the worst of the worst. Supposedly, they want to be able to send them to Ecuador in order to house them in Ecuador on the, you know what I'm saying, house them in Ecuador. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a Guantanamo Bay camp in Ecuador for American prisoners. And who do you think they're going to be the ones that they're sending over there? black and brown people. You understand? So they're gonna become like concentration camps. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that he's got on the table. He got Elon Musk in there. You know. Oh, also they are defying court orders to cease from doing certain things. They're just totally ignoring what the judges' rulings are concerning certain things, and they're moving forward. And they're punishing anyone that doesn't go along with it. They're already talking about this judge needs to go, that judge needs to go. Like anybody that's not with the program, they're chopping them off right there. They're trying to figure out however they can legally get rid of them. That's what they're trying to do, and replace them with somebody that's for the program. So this to me, people, looks like a total and complete coup, a total and complete takeover of the government itself. Because how do you have a bunch of 19 and 24-year-olds in charge of the most sensitive information in this country when many senators and all of these type of people, they don't have access? As a matter of fact, they told these people that should have access to it, nah, you can't go in there. You no longer have access to this. 19, 24-year-olds, telling these seasoned people that that have the access to whatever. No, you no longer have access to this. They're telling senators and all of those people you don't have access to none of this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on, people. But do check this. Friday I'm gonna have a thing where I'm gonna be talking with a sister who does prison reform. All right, that's coming up on Friday. You know, um, yes. So we'll be doing an interview with Sister Marsha on Friday, who does prison reform, and we'll be talking about all of that stuff. She'll be telling her story, and she was in the feds, and she came home and was able to she helped herself first and foremost get out of there, her and her sister, and do paperwork and all of that. And then once she got out, they decided to put the double team on it, and they've been getting a lot of people home from the feds as well, by doing the necessary paperwork. So we'll be interviewing her, Marsha, on Friday. So you can look for that interview there sometime Friday, all right? So that is it, people, Just wanted to touch on that. So do look out for the interview with Marsha on prison reform and, things of that nature. We'll be talking about all of that type of stuff, all right? All right. This is Balance Up TV, Manners and Respect. We're talking to real people about real things in real time.